Once upon a time, Vicki was trapped by the curse of her thoughts. It had her believing she was powerless, imperfect, and weak. Then one day, the curse started to lessen, and Vicki could see a little clearer. As each day passed, her thoughts improved until she broke free. She then began creating magic in her life. Now, Vicki is getting ready to marry her Prince Charming. This is her manifesting success story. Hello and welcome to this interview. I am your host, Cassie Parks, and I am back with Vicki Pace for another in her Years of Growth series. Welcome, Vicki.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you today. Let's just jump right in with what's your new manifested total?
My new manifested total is $105,000, $128.59.
Yay!
Yeah.
You crossed the $100,000 manifested mark. How does that feel?
Oh my gosh, it feels so great. Feels so good, especially after recently listening to one of my first interviews with you, and I just crossed the $10,000 mark.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I love that. Amazing. What's been your biggest aha or growth since our last interview?
Trust.
Tell us more about that.
Well, it's trust, but it's also that I am better at trusting, and like I have a situation happening right now that I am indifferent to, or maybe neutral is the better way to put it. That
Yes.
I know if this had been 2 years ago, I'd be having a meltdown every day about it. So it's just it's amazing that I'm in this energetic space that I am just okay with everything, and I know it's all going to work out and it's going to be fine. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You mentioned it, but it was like a month ago. But it was your Enchantiversary about a month ago. So we're going, on or into 3 years. How does that feel?
It's only been 3 years?
Or 4 years. 4 years. I think I missed it.
I was like, I don't want to be rude, but boy, it feels longer.
It's been 3 years. Sorry, going into 4.
Going into 4.
I always
It's like I've learned like a million years worth of information here. So it's amazing. I love it.
That's
I don't know.
awesome.
It feels great. It feels regular and fun, and I'm just so happy to be here.
Yay. What's the biggest thing that you realized listening to your past interviews?
I haven't gotten through all of them yet.
That's all right.
But I guess it was really nice to remember how new and exciting everything was, and how I was just like so eager to learn and grow, and not that I'm not eager now, but it's reminding me to sort of bring the fun back into my growth and my learning.
Yes.
That it's like, it's all good, chill, it's fine.
Yes. Well, I love this because like some coaching that was given, you quoted it as, it's the fun score that got you results, not the action. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, there's something going on with me right now. I'm growing through, and you had said that's funny that I said that in that questionnaire, because I didn't remember putting that in there, but I'd been, I don't know, going through a program or something, and I got really great results, and that was when I first started with you, and now it's changing. I don't know, and when you're like, you're still doing this every day, does it have a score of 10, like 10 out of 10 of fun? And if it's not a 10 out of 10 of fun, then it's not going to get you the results. And that was a really big aha for me. Like, and I've just applied it to like everything.
Yes.
It's the fun score that gets me there.
It is the fun score that gets you there, right? Because we always think it's the action, but it's really that fun score. If we're doing that action at a 1 on the fun scale, it's not going to get us anywhere.
Yeah, and it's super helpful relating it to the thing I'm growing through right now because um I don't know, I just keep equating the little things that I'm wanting to do that are definitely the how, but they don't feel like the how. But then I
Mhm.
tell myself, no, remember the time you signed up for Lyft and like did nothing with it. Like this is very similar, Vicky. Like be aware there's no fiddling needed, just let it be. So it's been nice to have that sort of parallel drawn, thanks to you, but also through listening to the old podcasts.
Yes, I love that. Um, how's your future self been showing up lately?
Confident and calm and super trusting.
That's awesome.
hmm
And you're still in finishing up Manifest 10K this round.
hmm
You have a workshop in a couple months, but you've gotten through uh, the bulk of Manifest 10K.
hmm
How did it feel to complete it for a second time? Because I know we've talked about it. You've started it, but you hadn't completed it for a second time, which was my coaching, not because of you.
Right. Yeah. I remember the episode I just listened to, I was just starting Manifest 10K again. That was super fun to hear that. And I was like, oh, little Vicky. You're
But it
so much
sounds like, right? She's such a young manifester.
just wait till you're in the, 6 digits. You're gonna love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's different. Like at the time, I thought it would be a similar experience, but it's just different, and it's not bad or I don't know. I don't want to say it's not better, but it is better. I feel I am a different person going into it, so it's a different experience. You
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. There are things that come with that experience of not being a young manifester, of being a seasoned manifester,
right.
right?
Yes, exactly. And I'm just seeing different things, and I'm so much more aware of patterns of behavior in me that I was kind of aware of at the time, the first time
Mhm.
I did it. And you certainly brought it to my attention through coaching, but I'm noticing I'm really great at catching it myself. And 9 times out of 10, question like coaching I ask you for, I already know the answer. And I just like needed someone to say, just do it.
Yeah, you just need confirmation, right?
Right.
And I get that. And I love that you're able to catch it on your own because that
hmm
is a sign of growth. It's always good to like double check it with somebody, but when we can start to see our own patterns,
hmm
I mean, they started changing before, but they change even quicker when we see them because when we catch them firsthand versus sort of living in them for a couple days or a couple weeks and
hmm
then someone else pointing them out,
Right.
they just can shift faster.
Yeah, and it feels more true or like deep to catch it yourself without
Yes.
any help per se, which is I think the point of the program is our program here is to sort of empower people, but really like give you the tools to be able to do it on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is. I want you guys to be able to walk away and, when you're done with 5 years, if
hmm
always have insurance, you can come back and like
hmm
check in when things grow and get bigger. Cause very
hmm
often when we grow and get bigger, some of those things come up, but also
hmm
that you can catch it on yourself and or catch it for yourself.
hmm
And you don't need a coach for the whole time
Right.
for the rest of your life.
Well, and it's also like even when we have a call on Thursday and then one on Monday.
Uh-huh.
And in the old days, it used to feel like those 3 days off was like scary.
Right? I don't think you're the only one who feels that way like in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, I need this. I need this every single day, every other hour. But it's really like you encourage us, and it's built into the program to be able to go out and live the life you are creating. So, because so much of the power in this program is the beingness we learn how to do and be.
Yes.
And the only way to be is to be, and not necessarily that a lot of the assignments are built so that you have a guaranteed 20 minutes of being, but like the rest of the day, you need to be filtering in that beingness all the time, frankly.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're nailing it. um
talk to us about owning your time and your space and your
Mm.
worthiness, and how over the past few months that's really grown.
That it I like whew, I don't even know. It just occurred like things changed. Okay. All right, let me start over. Through COVID, it was really COVID I have to thank for showing me that I love time and space to myself.
Mm.
And it used to be that theater was like my life blood, my life source, and but then, COVID hit and we weren't doing anything for a while. And it just felt like I really like this. Like I enjoy having weekends off and evenings off and all this time to myself and my boyfriend and my dog and my house. And it's lovely. And there's so much fun, so many fun things to do. And like, it was a really great experience. And COVID showed me that and showed me that I don't need theater to validate myself or to
Mm.
validate my worth. Um, and that's definitely still something I'm growing through, but it's now like a truth for me. Um, yeah, and it's freeing beyond belief. And through that, I ended up leaving the job I was at before to start a new job, and this one is just so much easier. It's a quarter of the work.
That's amazing. A quarter of the work for more or less money.
More money, of course. Why would you even ask?
Because I already knew the answer.
I know. Yeah. Quarter of the work, more money, more time off, all my evenings off, all my weekends off. It's just like, it's perfect and lovely. And yeah, and it wasn't until it was really because of COVID that I realized like I want this space. Not, I guess I do need this space, but I don't need to be in a show back to back to back. And I
Mhm.
also don't, I knew that I had been settling in the job I was in.
Mhm.
So I discovered I was worth better. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and it was a is a big deal. I don't know if we talked about this last episode or not, but to realize like, oh, I'm not supposed to audition for this show. I'm not supposed like, and not supposed to in a not because someone else is telling you, but from your insides, like,
Mm.
no, I don't want this, and I can be okay not wanting it.
Hmm. And that was a scary transition for me because I was in a show at the theater, realizing, oh my gosh, normally I'd be preparing for an audition and I'd be chatting with my castmates about the audition, and I'm just not. And it must be that in the air or something because almost none of the women in my cast were auditioning for it. Everyone's like, this is I want time and space. It just seemed to be like everybody's like, COVID made us realize we don't need to be here, 60 hours
Right.
a week. So, it, yeah, it was, but I will say like the day of auditions, wasn't hard, but I had some feelings to feel, um, and grew through that. And then more audition and they cast it and that show's open, but the, next show is a dream show of mine that I've been planning since they announced it. I've been planning on auditioning. So the fact that they posted an audition date and I just kind of was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I bet so and so is going to be there. And I didn't really even think about it. And then, a couple weeks later, it had come and gone and they're like casting it and it's done. And I feel like I grew really fast through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an amazing, because that's an update I didn't even know that because if I did think a couple months ago or a month ago when we were having some coaching and you're having some feelings about this, that
Hmm.
you would for sure go back and audition for that show,
Hmm.
which is awesome that you're not.
I know. And and part of it is also like the way they run their scheduling right
Hmm.
now. It doesn't fit my life. Like I'm worth more. So
As
yeah.
I'm worth more. Those
I'm
words are magic.
I know they are.
I love it. Fabulous. Well, any other things that you want to share as we wrap up this episode today?
um gosh, no. I feel like we touched on everything. It went really fast.
Yeah. It was awesome.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I did want this. You did say this. So much money is showing up for me and life is getting easier and easier. I love that.
Yeah. 100% true.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah. It's just, it's like money is like always finding me and showing up, and my life, it truly is getting easier. And that's not that, I will say, like, I'm focusing on ease. Like, it's something I'm
Yes.
actively doing right now, is focusing on ease and calmness, and peace, and a couple of like confidence and happiness too. But it's like, it's working. And it just occurred to me the other day that, like, this is very easy. Every single day I have is like super easy. And this new kid I'm working with, she's just such a light of joy. It just, I realize I'm laughing every day too. Like, half of the day I'm just laughing at this cherub little baby all day. It's just so fun and so easy. And oh my gosh. Yeah, and I even went back to the old job for just 2 days to help out for a little bit, and
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing this moment in your journey with us. We're going to be back next episode talking about some new career opportunities unfolding for you and what's next for you. So thank you for joining us today. Make sure to come back and check out what's awesome in Vicki's life next time.
The telling of stories is so powerful, both to the person telling it and the person receiving it. Since 30,000 BC, we as humans have told stories to teach and guide. And now we, with Manifesting Success Stories, hope to inspire you to what is possible in your own life. If you want more manifesting success, go to moremanifestingsuccess.com, where you'll find links to anything we've talked about on the show. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, you have the power to write your own happy ever after.